Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. We give you guys a fresh perspective on things, and we see them. And today we got a hell of a show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Well, folks, looks like we got some beef once again, and this one is between the two Charleses, Charles Barkley and Charles Oakley. Now, if you know anything about Charles Barkley, you know that he is one of the most outspoken figures in sports media, right? He recently announced that this was going to be his last year on television. We covered that, and other voices and other platforms covered that as well. And Charles Barkley is known for his raw takes. He's also known for his humor. And a lot of people like him. But there are also some people that dislike him. And one of those people has been disliking Charles Barkley even before he made it to television. And that's one of his former rivals, former NBA enforcer, Charles Oakley. Now, Charles Oakley has made no qualms. He is not a fan of Charles Barkley whatsoever. There have been various rumors and stories of them having physical altercations off the court, blah, 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 blah. So what happened? This morning, I came across a clip from, and I want to get this right, Brandon Scoop B. Robinson. Brandon Scoop B. Robinson. And he caught up with Charles Oakley. I don't know where he met him. But it seemed like it was a brief interview where he was just kind of like passing by, and he was asking him a range of questions. He asked him about Bronny James. He asked him about LeBron James. They talked about the Lakers. But at the very end of the clip, he then decided to ask Charles Oakley to weigh in on the news of Charles Barkley deciding to retire from television next year. And man, when Charles Oakley started to speak, man, he took some vicious shots at Charles Barkley, you know, as a person and about his career. And I was like, damn, Oakley is not playing. So those are the comments that we want to get into. Before we even get into that, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Game Time. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. For example, I am super excited about the upcoming MLB games. With Game Time tickets, I can easily pick the best tickets for me. I love that I can choose between different deals. I have the option to select the cheaper deal, the best option deal, or my favorite, the flash deal. The flash deal gives me the option to find discounts that I can only find on Game Time. Once I select the ticket I want, I can view my seat. And it's not just restricted to baseball. I can also look for the best ticket deals for other sports like football, the NBA, concerts, comedy, or other theater shows. Included in my purchase, I also have a 24-hour return guarantee, a lowest price guarantee, event cancellation protection. So take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do now is we want to play exactly what Charles Oakley had to say about Charles Barkley's less than a 30-second clip. I want you guys to listen to it, and we'll come back and react to his comments. Take a listen to that there.
Charles Barkley, a contemporary of yours, said that after this season coming up that he's not going to do any more TV. Do you buy it?
Who give a about Charles Barkley? He need to go to the gym and worry about his health. But his mouth is going to get him in trouble. But I mean, he's a clown, point blank. He looked for attention. He didn't. The stuff he said now, he would never say it back in the day about no player. But somebody would have hit him in that mouth.
So you heard what Charles Oakley had to say. Charles Oakley ain't playing with Charles Barkley, man. What's funny is that after I saw the clip, I went back to YouTube to search some of the altercations between Charles Barkley and Charles Oakley on the basketball court, and they've had a lot of scuffles. They've had a lot of scuffles, and if I'm being honest with you, based on what I saw, I didn't see Charles Barkley backing down from nobody. I saw Charles Barkley standing his ground. As a matter of fact, in one of those clips, I saw Charles Barkley initiating the nonsense. One of the clips, he kind of like slapped Oakley in the face, and then he tried to rush him. I never saw Charles running away from him or trying to hide from him or nothing. I saw him fight. Now, there's this story that kind of circulating that Charles Oakley said it, that he slapped Charles Barkley or whatever. I don't know. right? I wasn't there. I don't know. Maybe people within the business will be able to verify that, or people that were there. I don't know, right? I never heard this. What I do know is that these gentlemen are not fond of one another. They're just not fond of one another. And it's just, the irony is that they're both called Charles, which is just so ironic, right? But they cannot stand each other. Charles Oakley, I think, thinks Charles Barkley is a loudmouth, right? I think he thinks he's a loudmouth. He talks a lot of junk or whatever it is, and he says some stuff about players. And I think I'm not really sure what Charles Barkley thinks about Charles Oakley. As someone looking at this situation from afar that doesn't know these gentlemen, I think Charles probably views Charles Oakley as the bully that won't intimidate him. That's how I view it. I don't think Charles Barkley is scared of Oakley in any way, shape, or form. I've seen Charles want to go at players bigger than him. I've seen Charles throw hands on a basketball, like throw hands, not like push, shove, yo, man, you get in my chest. No, Charles Barkley was throwing them hands. And I think if he ever met Oakley anywhere, he would throw hands with. I don't see Charles Barkley as being a sucker. Like, that's one thing we can't say. Like, as a sucker, I don't see it. There's no evidence of it, like none. Now, you may not like him, right? And there are a lot of people that don't like Charles Barkley for their own reasons. I have no issues against him. I think he's hilarious. As a matter of fact, I think he's the funniest guy in the business. It's between him and Shannon Sharpe. Those are the two funniest people in sports media, and that's not even close. And I think because Charles has so many classic one-liners, man. So many. So many. The churros, them big old women. He got that one. He got the, what's the other one? Street Clothes, Anthony Davis. He got the triple single one, which is just, I mean, that dude is hilarious. Oh my God. But Charles Oakley ain't feeling him, right? He ain't feeling him. He feel like, yo, son, like you talk a lot. You talk a lot and you need to, keep your mouth closed. But I don't see that ever happening. Even if these two guys were to ever cross paths, I don't see Charles Oakley somehow getting Charles Barkley to stop talking. I don't see that. Charles also has his reputation too, huh? He got a few screws loose too. Like, go Google him. He got some of his things right. So, what I want to know from you guys is the following. First of all, what do you think about what Charles Oakley had to say? Do you think it was necessary? Because I read through some of the comments, and some people were actually on Charles Barkley's side, saying like, "Bro, you sound a little bit jealous. Like you saying all of this about Charles, but Charles out here getting bread, doing things, working." He's like, "What are you doing?" That's what they said. Go through the comments. You can search it on Twitter, right? So what I want to know, whose side are you on? Are you on Barkley or are you on Oakley's side? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section, and we catch you guys on the next show. Peace.